Okay, Keir, so a comfortable 3-0 win on the road against Tuffley Rovers. Your thoughts on that?
Performance-wise, not our greatest game this season by any means, but yeah, like you said, clean sheet. Don't think they had a shot on target for the whole game, and yeah, we go in and win 3-0. We were clinical today and had a little bit better attitude in the second half. That bit of cutting edge, if you like, and gain a bit more momentum rather than going through the motions for 15-20 minutes. And I think it could have been more convincing, but that's not to be too greedy. You know, Tuffley, young side. I know they've been struggling recently, but it's still like a horrible place to come, especially a week before Christmas, after two really tough games against Cribbs and Bishop's Cleeve last week. You know, it's important that we come here and bounce back and have a good win, and it will read 3-0 away from home, you know, sure enough. So yeah, I can't be too greedy, but we played a lot better this season, and yeah, I think we've just done the bare minimum today, which is a little bit disappointing, but I'll cut the boys some slack. But I will say this: if we go into the Boxing Day derby game with that performance, then we will struggle. So the boys need to know that wasn't good enough performance-wise. Never attitude with our lot, because we're very honest, but I just felt at points we just got a little bit sloppy. Could have put the game to bed and made it a lot easier in the second half for ourselves, and in the end it was a bit scrappy, a bit sloppy, but the pitch was poor. Again, probably on par with Lydney's, is really bobbly, and it was hard for us to get the ball down. But again, 3-0 away from home. Baldwin got his goal after about a minute, which was really pleasing for him on his first start for the club, and important that we looked after boys that needed a little rest before Boxing Day as well.
Could you contribute the poor performance at times during the game due to the fact that we got an early goal and we were very dominant in the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you completely there. We probably scored so early and the boys took their foot off the gas. Went through another 10-15 minute spell where, again, we probably should have scored one or two more and it would have made it a little bit more comfortable. But, you know, to go in at half-time 2-0, then they probably ain't got out their half for the whole game. Especially first half, they never really threatened, which is pleasing. You know, the back four really professional. Swanee went off at half-time with a little knock, so Matty filled in it right back and looked fine there. So, yeah, we definitely need to be better next week, and we definitely have been better at times over the season. But I think probably performance-wise, earlier on in the season, I think when we went away to Thornbury midweek, we put in exactly the same performance, but we ended up drawing 0-0. And now, further on in the development of the squad over the course of the season, we're coming away from home against the teams that are lower down and picking them off and winning 3-0, even with, you know, a lacklustre display. So yeah, I'm not going to be too harsh on the boys. They're going to have a week off now and enjoy Christmas, and then we got that really tough game on Boxing Day against Carl, whose form's picked up recently. You know, they had a tough couple of months earlier on in the season. Change of management. They brought in fresh players and fresh faces, so they'll be rejuvenated and they'll want to put things right from the derby early on in the season. So hopefully the boys can say now, leading up to Christmas, we've had a really strong start to the season. Not sure on other results today. I will go and have a look at the league table and see where we are. But you know, if we can finish the end of the year with a good performance and a good result against Carl on Boxing Day, then we'll go into the new year with a really happy management, happy chairman hopefully, and all the boys would have put in a massive shift for that first half of the season, or the second third of the season, and we'll go into the January, you know, full of confidence hopefully, and looking to gain momentum. If you look how tight it is now from second down to seventh, you know, like one bad result will see you drop 3 or 4 places. So if we can remain consistent and keep that momentum up, then I'll be delighted. But we just need to make sure that come Boxing Day that we are very prepared. You know, the boys don't go mad over Christmas. Make sure they go out and do their own little bits and pieces. And when we go to Calne in a week's time, we're ready to go to war.
I know Browner didn't have much to do in goal today. Defensively, we didn't have too much to do. But do you have a man of the match for today?
It's a hard one. I probably pick someone out. I thought Coops was strong again, you know, and when things weren't going our way for a little bit, you know, he pulled people in and made sure that they knew that the standard wasn't good enough, and we seen the game out with relative ease. But probably my man of the match today would probably been Chrissy Allen. I think he got his goal near the end. I think he was involved in nearly every good opportunity that we had. He's been out for 2 weeks now with illness. He's come back. You know, he trained really well in the week. Good professional, prepared properly for today. And yeah, he was probably the player today that stood out the most for us in possession. But it wasn't really a performance for the purists. But again, a good following down here from the Corsham Ultras. You know, we've had like 10, 15 people come down and watch nearly every single week. In December, we've been away every single game, so I'm really appreciative of that, and hopefully a big crowd over at Carlton on Boxing Day.